If the misery of the poor be caused, not by the laws of nature, but by our institutions, great is our sin. An American monkey, after getting drunk on brandy, would never touch it again, and thus is much wiser than most men. The highest possible stage in moral culture is when we recognize that we ought to control our thoughts. I have called this principle, by which each slight variation, if useful, is preserved, by the term of natural selection. A moral being is one who is capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives, of approving of some and disapproving of others. We must, however, acknowledge, as it seems to me, that man, with all his noble qualities, still bears, in his bodily frame, the indelible stamp of his lowly origin. To kill an error is as good a service as, and sometimes even better than, the establishing of a new truth or fact. My mind seems to have become a kind of machine for grinding general laws out of large collections of facts. What a book a devil's chaplain might write on the clumsy, wasteful, blundering, low, and horribly cruel work of nature. On the ordinary view of each species, having been independently created, we gain no scientific explanation. This preservation of favorable variations and the rejection of injurious variations I call natural selection. I have tried lately to read Shakespeare, and found it so intolerably dull that it nauseated me. We can allow satellites, planets, suns, universe, may whole systems of universes, to be governed by laws, but the smallest insect we wish to be created at once by special act. At some future period, not very distant, as measured by centuries, the civilized races of man will almost certainly exterminate and replace the savage races throughout the world. How paramount the future is to the present when one is surrounded by children. Man is descended from a hairy-tailed quadruped, probably arboreal in its habits. It is a cursed evil to any man to become as absorbed in any subject as I am in mine. Many races, some of which differ so much from each other that they have often been ranked by naturalists as distinct species. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life.